No one really tells you, or at least no one told me, how quietly self doubt grows. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, it's more like a whisper that slowly becomes the only voice you hear. Sometimes it starts with one mistake, sometimes it starts with one person who made you feel smaller than you were, and sometimes it just happens without you ever noticing. But lately, I've been thinking about this idea that self respect doesn't show up the same way. It doesn't sneak in quietly, it arrives the moment you finally decide you deserve better. Not because someone told you, and not because life forced you, but because something inside you finally clicks. That's what this video is about. That moment, that shift, that slow transition from self doubt to self respect. For a long time, I thought self doubt was just a part of who I was, an unconscious feeling that was supposed to be there. That feeling of constantly second guessing myself, replaying conversations, wondering if I did enough, wondering if I was enough. It became normal to me, almost comfortable, to constantly criticize myself, and I told myself that it was just me trying to improve. It's like living in a room where the lights are always dim. Not dark enough to panic, but never bright enough to actually see what's around you. And what's strange is that most people, myself included, don't realize how heavy self doubt is until they start letting it go. You don't really understand the weight when you've been carrying it for so long, for so many years. One of the first places I ever really noticed this was in gaming. Everyone just says play more and you'll get better. It's known that the more you play, the better you'll get. But that's not entirely true. I played games for hours and have made zero progress. Now, you could argue that that's because I suck and that most people aren't like that, which is fair, but I'm also 100% certain that there's other people like me, where you put so many hours into a game and you just can't get better. You just stay stuck in that rank, or you stay stuck on that boss. What actually helped me improve was something much simpler: being present, paying attention, watching what I messed up, understanding why, and fixing it the next chance I got. And the moment that clicked for me, I realized something way bigger. Self improvement in real life works the same way. You don't grow by going through the motions, you don't level up by doing the same thing, the same way, expecting different results. You grow when you finally say, I deserve to take myself seriously. When you finally give yourself a spark of self respect. What people don't tell you is that self respect isn't a feeling, it's a decision, a quiet one, made late at night when no one's around, often after a moment where you look at your own reflection, not in a mirror, but in your life, and realize you've been playing on easy mode, when you're capable of way more. When you decide to leave your comfort zone and give yourself the respect to try out new things and to be more present in the moment. Self respect is learning to say no when you're so used to saying it's fine or yes. It's standing up for yourself when you're so used to staying silent. It's pushing yourself to try new things and going out of your comfort zone, but it's also choosing rest when you're exhausted, even if your old self would have pushed through it just to keep other people happy. It's choosing yourself when you finally understand that you matter too. Sometimes, as sad as it is, that even means going against your parents' wishes. Here's the part no one really explains: self respect often requires disappointing people, and that's scary. Because for a lot of us, self doubt was shaped by these people: teachers, friends, parents, even strangers. Sometimes these are the environments that convinced us to shrink ourselves. And the moment you start rebuilding, the moment you start treating yourself like someone worth protecting, some people won't like it. But that's okay. Respecting yourself means accepting that not everyone deserves access to you. And honestly, it's one of the most freeing feelings in the world. Not only because of what it does to you and your mental, but also because it helps you separate the people that truly care about you and what you want for your life versus the people that don't really care about what you want and just kind of use you towards getting what they want. Self respect doesn't show up all at once. It's not some dramatic new me transformation. It's subtle. It's the moment you stop apologizing for existing. It's the moment you stop letting your past self define your current self. It's the moment you start giving yourself credit for the things you survived. Each of these are steps towards achieving true self respect. And trust me, you'll know when you've achieved it. You'll stop chasing people who don't value you. You'll stop basing your worth on how much you can do for others. And you start keeping the promises you made to yourself because you value them, even the small ones, especially the small ones. Because self-respect is built on these quiet things. Things like how you talk to yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you forgive yourself. One of the best lessons I learned from games is that improvement requires dying a lot, or failing a lot, starting again a lot. Because every respawn teaches you something as long as you're paying attention and are present in the moment. Life's the same. Every mistake you made wasn't proof that you're not good enough. It was data, feedback, information you can use to become better. Once I started thinking like that, the fear went away, the self-doubt loosened its grip, and self-respect finally took control and had space to grow. If you're listening to this late at night, or if you're tired of feeling behind or not enough or stuck, I want you to hear this. You're allowed to outgrow the version of you that doubted everything. You're allowed to become someone who stands tall, even if you used to shrink yourself. You're allowed to respect yourself, even if you've never done it before. And I know that can be hard, but trust me, it's worth the risk. It doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't have to be perfect or dramatic. Sometimes self-respect starts with one quiet promise. I'm gonna treat myself better than I did yesterday. That's it. That's all it takes. And from there, you can grow. Thanks so much for listening. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment and give me your perspective. I'd love to have a discussion. Thanks again and see ya.